How do you fight the urge to check your email? Because for me, it's almost like an addiction, like a
Yep.
weird habitual addiction where I've got to go get a dope hit every 5 minutes to just see what the I mean, I'm not even answering my email. I have an executive assistant, thank goodness, who does a great job of like organizing my inbox. But even then, I still find myself like checking, just looking. How do you
Yeah.
fight the urge? How
Yeah,
do
and
you?
just
Yeah.
and
Well,
just
you
and just
said the
stay.
magic word. It is
And
about
I
addiction.
if you don't mind, I want Tom to jump in too because I know that we've talked about this and
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like one of the things is too, like I've tried waking up early to do it, but then I still feel the need to check my email as soon as I wake up. Like today, I checked my email before I even got out of bed. I just, I needed to. I felt the need, and then there's something that was worse. When I don't check it and everything's calm and peaceful, I feel like there's something wrong. Like unless I'm feeling like the constant like whoo, like like whiplash of like pain, like I feel like there's not something right. Like I need the pain to be there to feel okay. If that makes any sense.
Wow. Yeah. So you guys, I
can
think you
I
guys
add
are,
one more thing, David? Because we really need your advice here.
yeah, go ahead.
So to elaborate on Tom, I get like this. It's like it can almost be physical. Like your pulse races a little bit. You've got this like kind of almost like a burning sort of sensation in your stomach or chest. Maybe not burning. It's hard to describe, but like I'll be like going. I have to check my email. How do you avoid that?
So addiction's the right word. And we're always looking to change our state. And when we check email or we check a text message or whatever, we do get a little dopamine hit. And when we try and multitask, I believe that what we're doing is we're generating more adrenaline because we're trying to, handle the emails, and then we'd take this phone call, and then we do that. Then the kid knocks at the door, and then, they say, oh, I forgot to buy that thing on Amazon. Let me just get that done. Here's the question. Do you want entertainment or do you want results? That's what you need to decide. It's entertaining to just flow and check email and respond and look, I'm a legend. Look, I'm getting all this stuff done. I may not be moving the needle in my business. I may not be doubling my revenue. I may not be leveraging so I can double my time off, but I'm feeling really productive, right? So you guys are ahead of the game because you've spotted it. You know it. A lot of listeners may not realize that they're running on adrenaline, and they're deliberately or subconsciously creating drama and stress. Yesterday, I was feeling pretty worn out at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I made the mistake of opening my email. That was a terrible time to do it. I was burned out. And I'm like, oh, I'll just check through email, whatever. And then I found out someone had made a big mistake. Now I'm feeling lousy. I sent a message that wasn't that kind to someone. It was just a terrible time. So I have the addiction too. I might go through to 5 o'clock when 3 o'clock was the time to stop, at least for a meditation. One way that I combat it is because I've realized through trial and error that email will hijack my agenda. I cannot open the email and just be very selective. I have to go through and complete it. So one game you could play is I will do this thing first, and you can set a container for it. That's a way you do a deal with your mind. I will do this sprint. I've got 1 hour. I'll do two 25-minute sprints, 5-minute break in the middle. I set my timer. Hey, Siri, set timer 25 minutes. And then I've got the task in front of me. I actually move it on my board over to now, and only one thing is allowed in that column. And while that thing is on my board in the now column, I'm not allowed to touch anything else. But it's only 25 minutes, so I'm okay with it, right? There's a container. I've done a deal with myself. Do 25-minute sprint. I'll have a 5-minute break. I'll do another 25-minute sprint, knock off this thing that's going to help me in my business. And as a reward, I get to check email.
But you don't check email during that 5-minute break.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I think it's
stuck.
going to derail you. It's going to hijack your agenda.